We've got to talk about an executive order that was signed yesterday, March 27th, 2025. It's called Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History. I'm reading this directly from the whitehouse.gov website. What this order does is effectively attack Smithsonian institutions as well as the National Zoo, and attempting to restore American history and glory through the exhibits and what is shown at the Smithsonian. They refer specifically to an exhibit at the Smithsonian American Art Museum, The Shape of Power, Stories of Race and American Sculpture, as a symbol of divisive race-centered ideology that is apparently not something that they want to allow. They also attack specifically the National Museum of African American History and Culture, the Smithsonian American Women's History Museum that wants to include trans women in some of their exhibits. The language of the executive order says that they will be restoring federal sites dedicated to history, to solemn and uplifting public monuments that remind Americans of our extraordinary heritage. It continues, saving our Smithsonian. It decides that there's a Smithsonian Board of Regents that has now come under the control of the Vice President and the Assistant to President for Domestic Policy. They're prohibiting expenditure on exhibits or programs that degrade shared American values, divide Americans based on race, or promote programs or ideologies inconsistent with federal law and policy. And they're talking about restoring truth in American history, by which they mean, since January 1st, 2020, public monuments, memorials, statues, markers, or similar properties within the Department of Interior's jurisdiction have been removed or changed. They're talking about Confederate monuments. They're talking about the Confederate monuments that got taken down during the Black Lives Matter movement after the murder of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. They're talking about putting back up these statues. I don't have the right words, but I think it's important that I try to find them. There is no part of this that's okay. There is no part of this that is defensible to me. I know I tell a lot of jokes on here. I know we try to do a ha-ha, have a good time. I'm not joking today.